let me first share with you the results of COL's investor sentiment survey. So personally, I've always been following the results of this survey, and this has been very meaningful to me whenever I wanted to get a feel of how the markets are feeling or what they're thinking about. Right? So again, I'd like to thank everyone who participated in the survey, and hopefully you too can get something meaningful from the results of the survey. Right? So for the first question, we asked you, what do you think is the greatest risk in the market for 2023? And there's two major issues that you highlighted. First, with 31%, worse than expected recession in the US and in Europe. And then close second would be global geopolitical issues, right? Totaling these two total 60% of the respondents. So definitely something that we still have in mind currently. Okay, going to the next slide. Now this one is interesting because as of January 2023, 54% of you are now optimistic in the market. Compare this to 33% 6 months ago, right? And also similarly, the number of pessimistic clients dropped from 23% to 7%. So definitely something happened over the last 6 months wherein we are now more optimistic. Right? So to put this in just a bit more context, just to give it a bit more context, can we go to the next slide, please? Right? So we just wanted to share also the historical results of this survey. We've been asking this same question for the last couple of years, and for me, the results seem to be very interesting. So there's some trends that you can see. First one maybe is that at least for the last couple of years, our clients, you guys have been most bullish usually during the first quarter. I don't know if it's because of the new year or because of the market movement usually at the start of the year, which has been quite strong for the last couple of years, right? So it seems like we're following this trend as well, but it remains to be seen on how the remaining part of the year would fare compared to the previous years. All right, next slide, please. Okay, and then with regard to your plan to change your exposure in stocks for the next 3 to 6 months, 61% or a big majority of you mentioned that you plan to increase, while only 34% said that they decrease. So this is in line with maybe the more optimistic outlook, right? But also at the same time, konti lang yung nagsabi ng no change, which probably means that, even if most have turned bullish already, they haven't really participated yet, maybe because of the magnitude of the rally. Okay, next slide. This for me is quite interesting as well because the question is, how do you feel about your stock portfolio for the next 3 to 6 months? Two main categories. If you think the market will perform well or that the market will still correct. And what's interesting for this one is that in both instances, so first one, for those who think that the market will perform well, more of you would want to increase your equity holdings, 28% versus 20%. So that's telling me, in a way, that most of you are still underinvested, at least based on what you think is the ideal allocation. And then secondly, for those of you naman who are a bit concerned that the market would still correct, a majority is concerned on how this could impact their current portfolio. So I could also, in a way, infer that there's still a lot of cautiousness in the markets today, despite what has happened in the share price for the last few weeks, right? And then lastly, this one, I think this is the first time where we're asking per segment, per industry basis. And again, the results are very interesting to me. I just like to focus on the most bullish sectors and the least bullish sectors, or the most bearish sectors. And on the bullish side, You guys mentioned power, banking, and consumer as the sectors that you are most bullish about. On the other hand, REITs and property sectors for the companies that you are most bearish about. So again, you could already think, no, if you're if you're a contrarian and you see, let's say, a property company who you really like fundamentally, or like if April likes it and Shawanis likes it also, then that could be an interesting play. So definitely something to keep in mind. No? Yeah, do take note. We'll be sending the results also of the survey to you guys, so you can take a look by yourself. Right? So maybe just to quickly summarize the results of the survey, at least in my view, I think that clients are, or the market is slowly turning positive, especially given the recent price action that we've seen. However, there's still some hesitation on when they would be buying or how they would be adding to their investments. And so this is something that maybe we could hopefully discuss for the rest of the session. All right.